and welcome back to the most amazing channel on the internet. I'm your host Rebecca Felgate, and today we're talking about the top 10 Shanghai Urban Legends. Now, Shanghai is the biggest city in China, home to over 24 million people, and with hundreds of years of history, there are plenty of myths and legends to be found within the city walls. Now, before we get into this video, why don't you guys let me know where you're from and if you would like an urban legend for your city. Perhaps you know an urban legend, let me know all of that in the comments section down below. Also, if you're here for the gram, like loads of us are, please do check out our links to Instagram in the description box down below. We have a most amazing Instagram, and I think that you will love it. Also, once again, while you're down there, please do leave a thumbs up and share this video with a friend, and stick around to the end of the video where I'm going to be reading out some comment replies to your comments from a previous video. Alright, Shanghai, let's do this. Coming in at number 10, we have the Dragon Pillar. Not that you necessarily would, but if you've ever ventured beneath the Yan'an elevated highway, there are a number of pillars holding the road up. Now, all of the pillars look pretty much exactly the same except for the 9th one. While all of the other pillars make up the concrete jungle, the 9th pillar is adorned with lots of gold and glittering dragons. Why? Well, this is the center of a particularly popular urban legend. It seems that while the highway was being constructed in 1995, everything was going well until excavation started on what was to be the 9th pillar. Things started going wrong, like really wrong. So wrong that engineers decided to summon a priest who soon let them know that a dragon was sleeping beneath the pillar and had been disturbed by the construction. It seems the dragon watched over the city, and upsetting it would have meant terrible things for Shanghai. The priest advised making a noble gesture for the dragon, so it was decided that the pillar would be a shrine to the dragon, allowing it to be recognized, which was basically all it was asking for. This was enough to send it back to sleep. Now, if this is true, I'm just wondering what happens if the dragon decides that a pillar is no longer shrine enough and wakes up one day. Yikes. Rolling into number 9, we have CAOBAO Road Station. Uh-oh, ladies and gentlemen, we have a haunted train station in this list, and this one seems to be pretty active. It seems that CAOBAO Road Underground, which sits along Line 1, is deeply haunted. Not only do trains mysteriously break down, there have been 9 deaths under mysterious circumstances and a slew of suicides. One of the weirdest incidences was a member of the public who appeared to have been pushed from the platform by an invisible hand. It seems that one woman killed herself, but she's actually been frequently spotted after her death sitting on a platform seat. Another woman's laugh can reportedly be heard late at night. Some say the spirits come from a nearby mortuary, others say it's the site of the station itself. Coming into number 8, we have the Legend of the Paramount. In the 1930s and 40s, the Shanghai landmark, the Paramount, was the vibiest place to be in the city. The venue was run by notorious crime boss Huang Jinrong, who allowed drug dealers to enter his establishment. He also frequently peddled prostitutes and escorts to the high-powered business people that came to his venue. The clientele was exclusive. It was even said that Charlie Chaplin came to dance in the ballroom there. One night, a Japanese officer wanted to buy a dance from a woman. Cheng Manli was her name. She didn't like this officer, and she was new to the club and defiant. She didn't want to dance with him. She said no. It is said that he was furious and decided to shoot her right there and then on the dance floor. She bled out, and many say that her soul seeped into the floor. Many say that she still haunts the 4th floor of the building in the former ballroom, where she can be seen swaying slowly by herself. Coming into number 7, we have The Lizards Made Him Do It. There is a very haunted mansion in Shanghai, the Kui Mansion. The mansion has a dark past wherein 2 of its owners, who kept exotic animals, mysteriously went missing. After their disappearance, it seems that the home stood abandoned for years as people were too scared to venture in. Often, people would claim to have seen the ghosts of animals haunting the building. In 2009, the building was set to be knocked down to make way for a high-rise apartment building. It seems that workers from the demolition site angered the animal spirits. One worker on the site attacked his manager with a hammer, and when asked by authorities to explain his actions, it seems that he said the lizards made him do it. One woman, Miss Yi, who lives near the construction site, even claimed she saw a dragon crawling up the arm of a construction crane. Another scary mansion up next at number 6, we have the diving board. The Wukang Mansion has been given the unfortunate nickname of the diving board. Why? Well, because it's a very popular suicide spot in Shanghai and nobody really knows why. The building was constructed in 1924 and has been home to many members of high society, including celebrities. One celebrity who killed herself in the building was Shagun Yinzu. She was denounced by the Chinese government and her films were trashed. She killed herself and she is perhaps the most famous ghost to haunt the building, despite being amongst great company. It is said that the actress's perfume can still be whiffed along the halls today, and some say her ghost reenacts her death by falling from the window. Coming into number 5, we have the FLOWERBED. It seems that the Shanghai University flowerbed happens to be the spot that thousands upon thousands of jading people were executed by Manchurian killers in 1644 during the Qing dynasty. It is said that the spirits of the dead haunt the university library, especially the area surrounding the flowerbed, which is said to feel deathly cold even on a hot summer's day. Coming into number 4, we have Disneyland versus China. Disneyland Shanghai opened up in 2016, but its opening has not been smooth by any means. You will see articles online like, why does Shanghai Disneyland guests go poo-poo in public areas? Others say that the location has been trashed by tourists. Local legend has it that there is a lot of resentment from local people at Disney opening up. Many people think that it spreads too many American values. As a result, or so some say, the people of China want to bring shame on it. Honestly, I don't know if this is true. Coming into number 3, we have the goddess of Plaza 66. It wasn't just the construction of the Yan'an Highway that caused issues. It seems that the city's exclusive Plaza 66 angered an ancient sleeping goddess who caused a number of construction issues for the build. The goddess was only discovered when a feng shui master tried to find out what was going on. It seems the goddess was satisfied with a new building design that incorporated a giant incense stick burned in her honor. It seems that she is less sleepy than the dragon though. She's thought to be the mischievous driving force behind a number of visitors getting lost in the building. Coming into number 2, we have the tea waitress. There is a very gloomy looking building in Shanghai near Nanjinglu that was once said to be a luxury hotel in the 80s. The legend goes that one day a young girl was working at the hotel as a waitress when she made a mistake on the job and spilled some tea on a customer. Tea is a pretty big deal in China, and in a fancy hotel it's very important to be served right. The poor young girl was on the receiving end of a slew of abuse from her boss who thought she'd shown up the establishment. He locked her in a room of the hotel as punishment. Now sadly, a huge fire swept through the property that same day. The guests and staff managed to safely evacuate, except for the waitress who was locked up. She died in the building after being horribly burned. Local residents say that the waitress can be seen looking out of the window of the building and that the property has never been torn down because of the scary aura she's left over the place. Most construction workers who have ever attempted to enter the building have been seen fleeing after just hours at the spot. Finally, coming into number 1, we have the baby eaters. Oh, this makes me feel so sick. China, it seems, has a strange relationship with cannibalism. In January 2003, an artist exhibition in Shanghai caused outrage and furore when it screened a documentary of the artist Zhu Hu biting into the body of a stillborn baby. When Hu spoke to the press, she said, "No religion forbids cannibalism, nor can I find any law which prevents us from eating people. I took advantage of the space between morality and the law and based my work on it." It seems that a lot of dark art was coming from China at that time, and many people were wondering why. Maybe it's because the artist isn't alone in the eating of baby flesh. China seems to have a black market issue for buying fetuses, and it is believed that eating them is good for stamina and sexual health. Shanghai hospitals are said to provide more of any of the dead babies on the black market than any other hospital in the country. Honestly, this is grim. What happens to them? They're ground up in pills and sold to people. Ugh. I really don't like it. So guys, that was the top 10 scary Shanghai urban legends. Which do you think was the scariest? Let me know in the comments section down below. Before I get out of here, I'm just gonna read some comments from a previous video, the top 10 scary British superstitions. SpongeBob SquarePants was claiming that the ravens of the Tower of London stole his tea, which obviously in England is a criminal offence. Jack Taylor Brown was giving us a round of Dolly as they wrote, "Jolene, Jolene, Jolene, I'm begging of you, please don't take my man." Jolene, 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 Jolene. One of her best songs, I love it. Thank you for making me sing. Brandy Rose said, "Wow Rebecca, many of these really rang true with me and I learned a few new ones. My mum's family is Irish and my father's is Welsh. Throwing spilled salt over the shoulder, horseshoe direction, no opening umbrellas indoors, also shuddering is a sign that someone walked over your grave, putting an itchy hand in a pocket means you'll soon receive money, your ears burning means someone you're talking about you, and of course covering all of the mirrors in the house when someone dies so their soul doesn't become forever trapped in one. We're so weird. Great video as always, thank you." Oh, I love that, thanks. Cairo Vizard said, "In Germany, you can't wish someone a happy birthday before their birthday. It's bad luck." Ooh, I really like that. I really love learning about other cultures, traditions, and superstitions. So, should we do more superstition videos for other countries, or are you still enjoying urban legend videos? Once again, do let me know where you're from, and if your hometown, home village, whatever has an urban legend associated with it. I would love to hear it. I love hearing these stories. Also, I may even read out some replies in a future video. For now though guys, please do leave a thumbs up on this video and share it with a friend. If you want to check out our most amazing Instagram, there are links in the description box, so go and look for them. Thank you guys, I'm your host Rebecca Felgate, I'll see you soon, bye!